Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Let's move. Today we're thinking some shoulder love, some wrist work, and lots of neck stuff. Let's get going. Let's start off with some big shoulder rolls, okay? Some people call these shrugs. I want you moving your shoulder blades forwards, up, backwards, pull your shoulder blades together, and then down. Making that rotation through those 4 points nice and smooth, okay? Not holding a lot of stress in the neck right now or the traps, these muscles. I want you nice and relaxed. A couple more easy reps. Good, let's go on and change the direction and note how the elbows are super straight because we're not trying to use our shoulders, okay? Or our elbows too much. We're moving our shoulder blades right now, which is a completely different joint. And same thing here, backwards, up, forwards, down. Not really trying to use my spine. I'm trying to isolate those shoulder blades. That should feel really good. Okay, nice. Give that a little shake out. We're gonna hit up the shoulder joint now. You guys can put your hands nice and wide like me. As if you were holding 2 glasses of water in your hands, okay? I'm gonna have you slowly start to pour those glasses of water out on the floor. Softly turning your thumbs down, maybe even backwards and in a little more. And then keeping your elbows straight, keeping the height of your arms the same. I'm gonna have you softly try and turn your thumbs backwards, okay? 2 more reps, thumbs down and then in. Thumbs up and then back. Last one, elbows are long. Reach and extend your fingers away from your body. Reach them to the sides as you rotate backwards. 1 more. And then give that a little shaky shake. Okay, you guys need your stick, golf club, hockey stick, broomstick, whatever you're using. Go on and grab that thing. You should have it ready for all our videos, even if we don't always use it. We're gonna do a lot of shoulder things. I'm gonna back up so that you can see. The first thing I want us to do is some overhead strength mobility. So gripping your object just wider than your hips, keeping a tight belly and rib cage. I want you to lift that object overhead with a straight elbow. Okay? It's gonna look like this. And you're gonna think about pulling your knuckles up and then backwards behind you as you go overhead. The goal here is to not use the spine to compensate. So I'm not blowing out through my back. I'm just seeing what can I do with my shoulder overhead mobility? What kind of freedom do I have over there, okay? Overhead. A couple more reps. You should feel a nice, pleasant warming of the back of the shoulder, but no pinching or uncomfortableness. If you're feeling some pinching, I want you to not pull so high, okay? 1 more rep. Really nice. The next one we're gonna do together, we call pass-throughs, sometimes dislocates, but don't worry, you're not actually dislocating your shoulder. You need to grab super wide. I hope your object is suitable for this. Watch closely. I'm gonna shrug my shoulders up like we practiced when we started today. I'm gonna lift that stick up, and if it feels okay, I'm gonna go all the way to my low back, and then return with a big shrug up, okay? Don't force anything. You don't have to go all the way. If this is tough for you, stay in a range that's accessible and safe. And if it feels okay, you can relax the hands if you need to. You can go to a further point if that's okay. Nice. Again, we call these pass-throughs, we call them dislocates. A really important display of a healthy shoulder, okay? If you're super flexible, you can narrow your grip, which increases the demand, okay? Good, shake that out a little bit. Take a few seconds. Next, we're gonna do that same movement, but we're gonna do it in a diagonal fashion around the body. We call these windmills. So still nice and wide. Stomach a little bit hard, not gonna allow myself to move. I'm gonna bring the stick out to the side, softly tap my back, softly wrap around the other side. And if you can, you're gonna keep your elbows straight, okay? And keeping most of your fingers wrapped around your stick or bar or whatever. We're trying not to lose a complete grip here. If you need to bend the elbows a little bit, that's okay. But over time, we want those elbows to be straighter. Other direction now, doing about 3 reps. If you're newer to this stick stuff, be gentle, okay? It can definitely be a little bit hard at first and a little bit demanding on your shoulders. So Be gentle, use less range of motion. You don't have to do it exactly as I am. And as you get better, as your body opens up, you can improve. Okay, let's put your stick behind your body. Okay, you're gonna grab your stick with your palms facing forwards, and let's go very wide on your stick. I'm gonna show you this one from the side. We call this extension of the shoulder. A lot of times we think about overhead mobility and flexibility, but we also need the ability for our shoulder to move backwards independent of other things. So palms are facing forwards. Gonna have you just lift that stick out and behind you. And if you can, you're trying to get about shoulder height. Okay, no problems. Narrow your grip. Narrow it by an inch or two, or even just a couple centimeters is more challenging. And like our other movements, I'm trying to keep my torso pretty rigid. I'm not using any compensation through my spine. One more rep, pull that stick out and away from your body, out and away. Really, really nice. Okay, that was great. We're gonna see lots of stick stuff in the future. Pop your stick away. I hope your shoulders feel quite free and a lot better now. Let's do some wrist stuff, some neck stuff, now that we've kind of given the shoulder some love. So on your hands and your knees, grab something for your knees if you need to. I'm gonna have us start here with our hands on the floor, somewhat wide apart, okay? And then fingers are splayed nice and wide. I'm gonna have you rock softly to one side and then switch, okay? We're gonna go back and forth for several moments here, not rushing, but also not going excessively slow. If that feels good, I'm gonna have you lift the palm of the unloaded hand. So I'm loading my left, I lift up my right. Loading my right, I lift up my left. If you don't wanna do that, you're just gently going side to side. And you choose your amount of load here. It doesn't need to be excessive, something that is good and safe for you. Nice. You're gonna take your hands now. Let's turn them forwards. If forwards is very uncomfortable, you can think 10 and 2, 11 and 1 if you want to. Now you're gonna rock forwards to your hips, load forward on the wrist joint, relax back. We're gonna do a couple reps here. So wrists, often forgotten in terms of mobility or strength. If you want a healthy and strong wrist, load it every day. Use it in a variation of positions like we are doing right now. Let's do one more. Good. Now, I'm gonna have you guys turn your hands backwards as best you can, okay? And we're gonna do a few more reps, last one here. Just gonna get a soft stretch. Lean backwards, palms are flat, fingers are still splayed. I'm gonna sit backwards. Enjoy a little stretch to the front of the forearms here. Nothing uncomfortable, nothing too harsh. Be gentle as much as you need. And now let's add about a 10-second pause in the stretched position. So just hanging out, nice gentle stretch after all that keyboarding we do, or if you do some kind of physical manual work, definitely give your wrists some love. Really nice. Okay, exit out of that. Give your wrists a little shake or two, and let's stand up. We're gonna do 2 more things for the wrists, and then we're gonna finish off with some neck stuff today. I want you to reach your hands out in front of you, okay? You're gonna pull your palms down backwards. If you were Iron Man and you could shoot behind you, that's where you want your palms facing, not at the floor, okay? Gonna have you close your grip, extend the fingers, and repeat. So the palm doesn't move, it stays in the same position as you open up your fingers as much as you can, back and forth, okay? Doing about 10, 12 reps here, fully locking out the fingers, fully making a fist as best you can. This is flexor strength, the ability to flex your wrist. And now, I'm gonna have you do the opposite. You're gonna pull your wrist backwards. Try and think about pulling your knuckles and your fingers this way. And we're gonna do the same thing. Hold your palms in one position, and then you're gonna open up your fingers and close them repeatedly for about 8 more reps. Feeling a warming in the flexors now, the extensors in your forearms. Might be a little bit challenging. Flexibility isn't just about being stretched, it's about creating a position and holding that position. And that's why you're feeling a little burn here, because you're in a position that you're challenging your wrist flexibility, just like so. Awesome. A little shaky shake. Let's finish off with a few things for our neck, okay? I really enjoy these movements. First one, I want you to really bring the rib cage and shoulders down. Keep them centered, don't let them move. I'm gonna have you just look over one shoulder as much as you can. Hold that and enjoy that nice stretch on the opening side of that shoulder. And then other side, you're gonna look across, hold that nice stretch through here. Good, 2 more per side. Look over that shoulder as best you can. You're not using your torso as well. You're keeping your torso where it is. Your shoulders don't follow. They stay where they are. Good, 1 more. Last one. Really nice. Okay, last thing for the day. Take a hand, I want you to put it by your side. Think about like a heavy suitcase, okay? I want that arm a little bit weighed down. Gently, you're gonna pull your ear in the opposite direction. And that load that you're creating, that force, you should feel a really big stretch, good stretch, pleasant stretch, not uncomfortable, through the long side of the neck. Gonna have you relax, we'll do 2 more. Enter the stretch, feel it increase. Breathe through that stretch. 1 more. Got my load here, whatever it is, 8-pound suitcase, 30-pound suitcase, you can make it as heavy as you want. Good, other side. Do whatever you want with your assisting hands. I just like it on the chest for some reason. Exhale, breathe. You could do double. You could do 2 heavy suitcases, okay? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Nice short one today. Hope the shoulders are feeling loose and free. I will see you guys next time.